We just toured 3 brand new model homes at the Double S Ranch community out here in West Roseville. And I'm telling you, if you've been waiting for something fresh, modern, with huge lots and the potential for an RV garage or an ADU, this is it. These homes look like they came straight out of a luxury magazine. All single-story floor plans, gated communities, 4 to 6 bedroom floor plans, super pantries, RV garages, ADUs, and most of these homes are going to be sitting on a minimum of a half an acre or more. This community has it all, and it's located in one of the best school districts in the Greater Sacramento Metro. All 3 homes are going to be different. All 3 homes are going to be brand new, and all 3 of them are going to be in the up-and-coming community of Double S Ranch. Now, if you've been eyeing Roseville for your next move, especially the west side where the schools, parks, and trails are top tier, guys, this might just be the one. All right, now let's get into it. The builder we're featuring today is going to be the Double S Ranch out here by Anthem Properties. So if you're new to the channel, we're Lance and Lauren with the Living in Sacramento team, where our real estate team helps people buy and sell, relocating to the Greater Sacramento Metro by sharing exactly what it's like living in the Greater Sacramento Metro. And trust us, there is no one bringing you videos quite like we do. So if you're thinking about making the move, feel free to contact us or reach out. All of our contact information is going to be in the description below and pinned in the chat. All right, guys, now usually we like to start inside the house, but these houses are so amazing, especially with everything that they provide with you guys on the exterior. So we're actually gonna start out on the front of the house. Now, as we walk into the front entryway, we're gonna have an optional fireplace seating area. So these homes are definitely not going to disappoint, but this is one of the things that we don't see too much in a lot of those communities. We've taken you out to some of the most extreme luxury properties in the Greater Sacramento Metro, and this is something that we just don't see too often of. So this is a nice little touch that Anthem is doing. They're offering this outdoor fireplace. Usually we see this in the backyard, but this is a kind of a cool little spot, especially when you have this nice covered patio kind of entryway. So we're not seeing too many porches these days, but it is a nice little touch that they're doing. So let's go hop inside and we'll take you through one of my favorite floor plans. All right, now these houses are definitely houses that you can get lost in. They've got wings, they've got butler's pantries, they've got everything included, but this is going to be their plan 2. This is going to be a 4,276 square foot floor plan, 4 to 5 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms with a flex space, with an office, with a butler's pantry, but we're gonna show you everything. So as you come in, you're gonna have these nice, tall 20-foot vaulted ceilings. All of these floor plans are gonna be single story, so this is gonna be a nice feature. Huge entryway as we come up in here, so 20-foot tall ceilings, and you've got a nice wide open spot. Now to my right is going to be the formal dining room. Now this is just gonna be that grand entry. Some people love formal dining rooms, some people don't these days, but this is a nice focal piece, especially as you come into the house. Now back to the left of the door, we're gonna have some bedrooms back there, and then this is actually probably the room that's my favorite in this house. And this is kind of like got that library, den, study feel. So you've got a couple of conversational chairs. You've also got a poker table that's back there. This could be done up with some French doors. It could be closed in. It could be a music room, but you got a lot of different options. But I just like the elegance of this room. You've got some good trim work on the walls, but it's just kind of set up nice in that library essence. Now, the cool thing is about this particular room is this can also be set up as the 5th bedroom suite. So we're gonna see 4 bedrooms today, but this is also where you can convert that into the 5th bedroom. So let's go back to the front left side of the house, check out some of these bedrooms, and then we'll take you through the rest of the great room. All right, now coming back this way, this is going to be one wing off to the house. This is going to be to the left side of the front door as you come in. It's gonna be directly across the way from the dining room and adjacent to that den or that optional 5th bedroom. But first off, you're gonna have your half bathroom. This is gonna be for all of your guests. This is gonna be well positioned and located for people who are coming over for dinner, people who are coming over to watch the football game, whatever you have, this is gonna be off to that front. Just to that side, you're gonna have a coat closet, which is gonna be really nice and well located at. and then you're gonna have one of your first bedrooms. Now these bedrooms are going to be massive. Again, this is a 4,200 square foot home. A lot of the homes that we're gonna show you today are either gonna have an ensuite bedroom. Most of the time they're gonna have a walk-in closet. This particular one is just going to be a bedroom with a walk-in closet, but you have plenty of space. The nice thing about these homes today, all of these bedrooms today, none of them are gonna have to be converted into an office. None of your kids are probably gonna have to share bedrooms. And if you did need to do bunks, you got plenty of space, but I doubt you're gonna need bunk beds in this house. So let's go check out the rest of the hall. All right, coming down the hallway, you're gonna have your first set of secondary bathrooms. Now this one's going to have the nice separated shower closet or water closet from the main bathroom space, but this bathroom is gonna have double vanity sinks. It's gonna have beautiful quartz countertops, beautiful cabinetry, and you're gonna have a shower over tub, which is going to separate your water closet from your sinks, which is going to be a nice thing, especially if you have a lot of kids on this side of the house and they've got to brush their teeth and you're getting everybody ready for bedtime. Now, coming all the way to the very end of this particular hallway is going to be the bedroom or the room that's set up as an office. Now, this one doesn't have a closet, so it's definitely dedicated to be that office space. But you know, you can do a lot of really beautiful things. The thing that I love most about this particular space is you've got 4 windows in such a small room. So you got 2 windows over to my left. You've got another 2 windows back behind where Lauren's filming at. You have a lot of natural light. So it's kind of a cloudy day today, but you have a lot of natural light coming into this room. Now coming back over this way, you're gonna have another one of your bedrooms. Now this bedroom is again going to be similar size to the one that we just came out of. It's going to have a lot of natural light because it's also going to be on the mirror side of that office. So you've got 2 windows that frame the bed on this side. You've got another 2 windows that face the front of the house, and you're gonna have a beautiful walk-in closet. So again, a lot of these rooms in this particular floor plan, this is why I love it, is you don't have to have bedrooms into makeshift offices. You have your dedicated office space and you have your dedicated bedroom. So on this side of the house, you have 2 bedrooms, a full bathroom with double sinks and a shower, and then we're gonna go ahead into the rest of the house. All right, now coming back through the house, again, we have the dining room and we have that 5th suite bedroom option, but we're gonna come into the great room. Now on the far left-hand side, we're gonna have the formal living room or the main living room of the house. You have big, beautiful 20-foot ceilings in this house. You have room for chandeliers, you have a fireplace in here, but a gorgeous, gorgeous living room, especially for watching those Sunday football games. You've got a nice big sectional here. You've got a couple of conversational chairs. I love this fireplace. We don't see too many homes in California with fireplaces, and this is a big size fireplace in here. So it's a gorgeous setup. Now coming over this way, you are gonna have the breakfast nook area, which is going to be in between the kitchen and the living room. Now this is gonna be set up more so for your day-to-day dining and lunch activities, because you're still gonna have that big, beautiful dining room in there, but this is a great option just for the day-to-day or the everyday breakfast cereal. Or if you're Lauren and you gotta do a lot of 7th grade math, this is also a perfect spot for that too. Now coming over this way, you're gonna have another luxury, beautiful kitchen. Now, the thing that we really love about this particular development, this particular builder, is they do have Thermador appliances that are gonna be standard, and then if you wanna upgrade, you have the Wolf appliances. So this development, for the price and where we're at, stick around till the very end because we'll talk about all the stuff that's included, but you get a lot of really beautiful finishes and features in this house. So coming all the way over this way, you're gonna have the big, beautiful Sub-Zero refrigerator. You're gonna have a wine fridge that's gonna be over here on the opposite side. You have plenty of cabinetry that goes from floor to ceiling. You've got the waterfall countertop. You've got an option for a textured granite. I love this textured granite. We've seen it in a couple of different Anthem properties. Super nice. You've got the gas cooktop back here, and you've got double ovens behind Lauren. But the nice thing is about this development, in the very first house, they do offer electric, but they are still offering gas here. So super nice that you can get that. You've got your dishwasher, you got your single basin sink in the island, but you still have plenty of space. You still have 5 different spots. Now coming all the way over to the right side of the kitchen, you've got a nice little wet bar over here. You've got a sink, another countertop that matches your waterfall. You've got another beverage fridge, and you've got plenty of cabinetry over here for all your glassware. You can either have it out on display or you can have it tucked away. Now this is gonna be one of Lauren's favorite things, but this is going to be a butler's pantry / kitchen. So you've got another dishwasher back here, you've got another spot to do dishes, you've got more cabinetry, so everything out there can stay nice and pristine and on show. But my favorite thing is gonna be all the snacks that you can keep in the secondary refrigerator for all the late night. But the nice thing is for those late night snacks, you've got plenty of room, you've got plenty of space, and you know, it's not very deep, so you can actually see all the goodies that you got. So again, refrigerator, I like it. Like another spot, you got more cabinetry back here. And then coming all the way back this way, you've got the kitchen over to my left. You're gonna have kind of a mudroom landing area. This is always a really nice feature to have all of your stuff, your kids' shoes, jackets, coats, purses, backpacks, all of the stuff that kind of gets thrown all throughout the house. It'd be nice if it could stay here, but it doesn't. And then we've got a giant laundry room. Now the laundry room, you've got plenty of space for double washer and dryer, cabinetry both sides of the laundry room, nice folding space, and you're gonna have your technology panel over in here and an access point to the outdoors. And in addition to all the beautiful cabinetry, what you can't see is there's a nice little sink that's tucked back in there. Lauren said you can tell I don't do the laundry in our family because I miss the sink. But this house is going to have a lot of beautiful finishes and features throughout. Now coming back over this way as Lauren navigates and tries not to run into a wall, we're gonna have another ensuite or a junior ensuite. Now this one's really cool. This particular bedroom is going to have a full bathroom and a closet that's gonna be tucked away into this closet, full shelves, shower, beautiful tile. Then coming back in this way, you're gonna have a pretty decent sized room. Now, this is going to be facing the front of the house, those two windows. Not as much light in this particular bedroom, but it's still a great space, plenty of room, nice and tall ceilings. And then this is also gonna be tucked back in by the primary suite. Now, the primary suite is going to be back towards the back side of the house. Now, these are going to be huge size primary suites. You're gonna have plenty of space in here. You've got some chairs. You've got a lot of natural light that's going to be back towards the back side of the house. But again, a huge space, probably a 20 by 20 or 16 by 20 kind of room, nice and tall ceilings. And then you're going to have your primary. Now, the one thing I do like about this, we get a lot of feedback from some of you guys that you don't really like just the open casing bathrooms, you know, especially if you have a spouse and you guys are on two different schedules for sleeping. It's kind of nice that you have some space in here, but coming into this primary suite, you're gonna have a nice standalone tub. This is gorgeous, very nice soaking tub. You've got nice light towards the back of the house and a door that goes into the back of the house. You've got separate sinks that are gonna be separated on either side of the tub. And then you're gonna have this nice giant walk-in shower. So these showers are gonna be pretty standard for what we see in most of these homes today. The other thing that I really like that you guys mentioned on some of the homes that we walk into is you have a zero entry into this shower. So if for whatever reason in the future you have to be in a wheelchair, or if it's just you're older and you're just not trying to step up over that lip that's usually in those showers, this is a really nice feature that goes unnoticed, but it's well appreciated when you guys point it out. And then this closet's gonna be the main closet, and then we'll take you out to the back. But this primary closet's not gonna look very deep, but it does go both sides with some shelving, some options for a lot of hang space. So definitely a beautiful closet, but let's go check out the backyard and what makes these homes in this particular development really special. All right, now coming out here, this is another feature, but one of the things that you guys love is gonna be this stack slider. So, you know, you can definitely open it all the way up. You can get the good California air in. On a day like today, it's a little bit cloudy and it's a little bit cooler. You can open it all the way up, but the covered patios are gonna be included and you're gonna have plenty of space. Now, the thing that we really love about this particular development is most of the home sites are going to be on a minimum of a half-acre lot. So you're getting a brand new construction home. You're getting at least a half an acre or more in some of the lots that you get to choose from. And it's gonna be a very intimate gated community setting where there's only gonna be about 36 or 37 homes out here. So beautiful. You're gonna have a lot of space where if you can put a pool in. And stick around because Lauren's gonna talk about a couple of things that you can also add on to these homes that we don't see every day. All right, guys, so before we jump into the next model home, what I really wanna do is I wanna kind of show you where this community is located at. Now, one of the things that I love about some of these newer developments and some of these luxury communities with the acreage properties is sometimes those properties are way out there. So we've showed you guys the Blue Mountain communities out in Rescue, California. We've showed you the luxury communities in Folsom Ranch, which don't have a, you know, super big lot. But the thing that I love most about this is you are gonna be located in more or less the unincorporated part of Roseville, California. So I'm gonna pull up the map here real quick, and we're just gonna kind of talk about where this is located at, what school districts this is assigned to, and then really what's near that community. All right, so we got the map pulled up and we've got Roseville highlighted here. Now, where this particular community is going to be located at, it is going to be out in West Roseville. It's just going to be out in an unincorporated part of West Roseville. So the address or the development is going to be on the corner of Cucuriolo and Vineyard Road right here at the Double S Ranch Properties. Now, the really cool thing about this particular development and where it's located at is you're not too far away from the amenities and you're getting a half an acre on these properties. So you're gonna be pretty close to Foothills Boulevard. You're gonna have a lot of grocery shopping, a lot of options as it relates to food, dining, restaurants, gyms, all of that stuff. The other couple of things that I really like is some of the new developments that are going to be coming in, especially the development that's going to be coming in at Fittiment and Baseline Road. Right here on the corner of Baseline is you're going to have a brand new Costco. That's going to be awesome for all of you Costco lovers. They're also going to be putting in a Target out here in West Roseville and a Home Depot out here in West Roseville. So I know when we were out in West Roseville, driving all the way across to the Costco in Central over by Galleria, or even driving to the Home Depot over there in Central Roseville, but that is going to be a super nice feature. So from that development, it's only going to be probably less than a 5-minute drive away. You're also going to have the Morgan Creek Golf Club. That's another really fun option. In my opinion, that's probably one of the nicest golf courses in the city of Roseville. You've got Timber Creek and Sun City, and you've got the two city municipal courses, but that Morgan Creek Golf Club is going to be the nicest public golf course that we have. And then from there, you're going to be right in kind of the middle of everything. So if you've got to make it out to the airport, you can shoot down Baseline and you can hit 99, go past Riego Road Market. Or if you've got to go up to Lincoln, you can hop on Highway 65. You're about 10 or 15 minutes away from the Galleria. You're about 10 or 15 minutes away from the Fountains, Whole Foods, Pete's Coffee, everything that's going to be on the center of East Roseville Parkway and Galleria Boulevard. So super nice location. I really love where this location is at, especially for an acreage property that's going to be a luxury community, gated, the whole 9 yards. Now, the other two things that I really love about this, so you are going to be a part of Dry Creek Unified School District for your elementary and your middle schools. And the cool thing is when we were out there today, you're actually going to be your kids are going to be going to Creekview Ranch, which I believe is a K through 8. And then it's also going to be assigned to Roseville Joint Unified High School. So this particular location is going to be assigned to Oakmont, which is going to be rated a 9 out of 10. They have killer programs, killer classes. It is going to be a little bit farther away based off of the map. Oakmont is going to be kind of over here in East Roseville. They will provide buses from that location, but it is still a really good school. We've had a lot of good feedback from all of our clients who have their kids go to Oakmont. A lot of AP classes. We're starting to see Roseville Joint Union do some dual enrollment, and we're starting to see that IB diploma over there. So Oakmont High School for the high school. You've got Creekview Ranch, which is actually going to be probably within walking distance. There's really just a baseball field in between the two, but Creekview Ranch, it's a super nice, pretty modern middle school, elementary school that's right there. Like I said, I believe it's K through 8, and then you've got the community that's just going to be north. So super awesome area. But let's jump back into that second model.
All right, hi guys. So Lance just took you through the Plan 2, which is an incredible house, but I'm gonna take you through what I think is probably the best house they have out of all of the collection out here. Now, I'm gonna take you through their Plan 3. Now, this is the biggest house that they offer out here. It's gonna be 4,595 square feet. Yes, so just over 4,500 square feet. It's massive. This home is gonna be a 5-bedroom, 3.5 bathroom home with a flex space, with an office, with all the possible amenities you could possibly want in any home. Now, like Lance mentioned earlier, this home is going to be a single-story home. All homes out here are single-story. Now, as you first come in, you're going to have an actual entryway. Now, we know some of our clients don't prefer to just dump right into that great room space. So I love this floor plan because you have this nice big entryway. It's kind of closed in a little bit. You still have the high ceilings though, so for it being closed in with 2 walls, you still have a really nice space right here. Plenty of space for a console table like they've got, a drop zone, what have you now. All right, so coming in off of the entry, we're gonna have the great room area right here. Now this room is gonna be set up perfectly for entertaining multiple people. You could have really big parties here and really host a lot of different events. If you've got, you know, maybe you're in a profession where you've got clients and you like to invite them over for certain things, this is gonna be definitely the entertainer's house. Now you've got a nice big living room set up right here, plenty of space for a lot of big couches. You've got, still have the high ceilings. Now this home does have entrance towards the backyard off of this space, so they did do a French slider right here where the slider meets towards the middle. This probably could also be the option to do a big stacking slider if you wanted to do that here too. Now when you come around from the living room area, you're going to have your dining room spot. So this is a huge dining room table. It is gonna separate the living room area from the kitchen area, but plenty of space for a big table with a lot of chairs. You could definitely seat a lot of people around this. We get a lot of feedback from clients that they don't like the dining room table in this middle spot between the kitchen and the living room. So I am gonna show you another option where you could potentially put your dining room table in this house if you don't like setting your furniture up that way. Now, coming towards the back, you're going to have this really cool wet bar area. You've got a beverage fridge, you've got a sink, you've got plenty of counter space to store all of the things. And then probably my favorite thing about this little wet bar area is you've got these windows that open up. So they open, they click this way, they bifold out, and then this becomes like a serving area. So if you maybe have a big pool out there, you've got people over for a pool party, you can just open the windows up, set up your buffet style stuff right here, and somebody can be inside while you're serving food outside. So that's pretty cool. Now, coming back around from the wet bar area, this is gonna be set up as another conversational set area, but this is that spot where you really could do a different dining room table if you wanted to not have it in the center of that big open area over there. So plenty of space in here for a big, you know, round table or even a big square table. You do have a lot of natural light coming in from the back of the home with windows that just look out all to your backyard. Now let's go check out that kitchen. All right, now coming back this way, this kitchen is gonna be pretty fantastic. You're gonna see a lot of cool options in here. So this specific kitchen, you've got 2 dishwashers, one on each side of the sink. So really nice for, you know, if you're hosting a lot of people, or if you've got a family and you can have one that's clean, one that's dirty, you can keep rotating them. You're never gonna have to have dishes sitting in the sink, stacking them pile high, really nice. Now on this side, this is gonna be your gas cooktop. Again, Thermador is a standard option here. You're gonna have the nice big hood vent up here and plenty of counter space for all of your prep work, everything that you need to get done. You are gonna have your oven over here, your microwave, and then there's gonna be a Thermador fridge. So if you don't like the Thermador setup, maybe you like the Wolf appliances that Lance showed you in the last house a little bit better, that is an upgrade that you could do, so you could put those appliances in this house. All right, now walking back this way to probably my favorite part of all homes that we see, especially luxury homes, is this pantry. This is gonna be a big, big pantry. So you're gonna have an entrance in off of the kitchen, which is really cool. You've got plenty of space to store all the different things. And then there's gonna be another door, probably not the safest for your kids because they could sneak over here in the middle of the night. There's gonna be another door that's gonna go into the pantry that's gonna come off of the hallway where the secondary bedrooms are. Now, one more thing to note. Maybe you really liked the pantry in the last house that Lance showed you that was more set up like a butler's pantry. They're calling that their super pantry. So if you wanted that style pantry, you could put that in this house too. It would just go right here. Now coming out this way, this is going to be your hallway. It's gonna take you down to a bedroom. We're gonna have a couple space over here, but then just so you our perspective of where we are in the house, this is gonna be the great room that we just came through. So that's just a big kind of circle walk through. Now coming this way, this is going to be where your coat closet is. You're gonna have a half bathroom right here. Now this half bathroom is actually pretty big, pretty spacious. I like that it's not small and doesn't feel like a closed in little closet space. But still have the high ceilings, you still have the 8-foot tall doors. And then around the corner from that is going to be your office space. So this is set up as an office. It is not an office that's meant to be a bedroom or could be a bedroom. You don't have a closet in here. But the thing I do love about this space specifically is that you've got these French doors that open up towards the front of the home. There's like a little patio area out front. So if you're in here working and it's a nice fall day like it kind of is today, or spring and it's not super hot out, you can definitely open the doors, let a nice breeze come through while you're getting your work done. Now, coming back this way down this long hallway, this is gonna take us to another bedroom. Now, you are gonna have a bedroom that's gonna be over here off to my left. Now, this is gonna be on the front side of the home. This is still gonna be a really, really big sized bedroom. You've got a pretty decent sized bed in here. I think this is a queen. You have tons of space on both sides of the bed, plenty of space for a big dresser over here. And then the cool thing about this bedroom is it's gonna have its own ensuite bathroom. So you're gonna have a nice vanity here. You're gonna have a separate doorway here that's gonna separate the water closet part. So you are gonna have a walk-in shower, your toilet, and then back where Lance is standing, you're gonna have a nice walk-in closet. So this would be the perfect room for maybe you've got an older kiddo, maybe you've got an elderly parent that lives with you. It's kind of nice because it's away from a lot of the other bedrooms and its own little island on this part of the house. All right, now coming out of that bedroom, before we move on to the rest of the house, this is going to be a really nice spot. So back behind where Lance is standing, that's gonna be a door entry from one of the garages. Now this home specifically has a 4-car garage, so you have a 2-car on this side and a 2-car on the other side, but that's gonna be the door that's gonna bring you in from one of those garages. And then this is going to be a nice little mudroom spot. You've got bench seating, you've got plenty of space for maybe baskets and shoes that you can put down below, hang up the kids' backpacks. But the cool thing about this specific builder out here is that this is a standard feature. Now, a lot of times when we see cute little build out things like this, there's always an extra price or an upgrade fee that they're gonna charge you if you wanna put that in. So the nice thing is a lot of the things that we're actually showing you today are not additional costs. All right, so now we're gonna go check out the other wing of the house where the rest of the secondary bedrooms are gonna be. The laundry room's gonna be over there. Primary is gonna be on this side of the home, as well as a super cool ADU unit that could be completely self-contained. Normally we take you through the primary bedroom last, but for this house, we're gonna go into it first. So coming right off of that hallway, this is going to be where your primary bedroom is gonna be. It's gonna have tons of space. You've got a nice big open area. You've got windows that look out towards the back of the home and windows that look out towards the covered patio area. Now coming around this side, you're gonna have a really cool bathroom that's going to be probably one of the nicest bathrooms I think we've seen in a while. They've got a freestanding tub that is separated by his and hers vanities. I love the waterfall edge. I love all the attention to details in here. I love the massive tiles that they put on the floor, especially if you're one that cleans the house. Not a lot of grout lines, that's really nice. You do have the 0 entry shower over here. You've got a rain shower head. You've got the side shower head, plenty of space in there. And coming back this way, it's gonna walk into the closet. Now this is a massive closet. I don't even think Lance and I have enough clothes that could fill up even a half of this closet. It's so, so big. You've got built-in shelves on that side. You've got built-in shelves behind where Lance is standing. You've got plenty of hang space. You've got upper hang space, lower hang space, spot for the dresses, everything you could possibly fit in here. You might need to do more shopping if you buy this house to fill up this whole closet. Now, coming out of the closet, we're gonna walk into the laundry room for this house. Again, I love when they build homes like this because you can go straight from the laundry room and put all of your clothes away. So no excuses why husbands can't put their own clothes away. You just tell them their load's done in the dryer and they can go do it themselves. Super nice. So you've got a lot of nice included features in here. You've got the laundry room sink. This is an included feature in all of their homes. You've got a nice big counter space back here, great for folding, tons of cabinets and storage. There's also cabinets on that side of the washer and dryer. So plenty of space to put everything. The really nice thing too is that you also have your media panel in the laundry room. So if the cable guy needs to come over or the internet guy or the wire guy, whatever, they're gonna have their spot right here. You can tell I don't handle that stuff in our house, but this is where they would go, not your closet, so that's really nice. Now, I know you can kind of see it behind me. That's gonna be where the ADU is, but we're gonna take you through that spot last. So let's go check out some of those secondary bedrooms. All right, now coming out of that laundry room, a little bit further down, this is gonna be a massive walk-in linen closet. So you have tons of space in here. You've got an L-shaped shelves that take up both sides of the wall. Plenty of space to store all of the things in the linen closet. Coming down this way, you're gonna have this really cool like flex space, or it could be an optional bedroom. It could also be maybe your kid hangout spot. Maybe you've got little kids, you can keep all of the toys in this area. Maybe you've got older kids and they're teenagers that like to have friends over to watch movies. It's kind of confined to this side of the house, so it's a great spot for kids, whether you've got little ones or older ones. Now, another really cool feature is this mirrors the other side of the house in the sense of, if you remember when we were in the office, it had double doors that walked out towards a little patio area. This area has the same thing. So kind of cool that you have a little patio area off of this flex space. Now, across from that, this is going to be another secondary bedroom. So plenty of space in here. This one does have another walk-in closet, which is really nice. And these walk-in closets aren't small, they're pretty big. Plenty of space to store everything. Maybe you want to have a little more play space for your kids out here. You could definitely put a tall, skinny dresser in here and still have space to hang all your kids' clothes. And then you'd have more floor space out here for playroom for them if they want to hang out in their bedrooms. Now, coming out of that room, before we go towards the next secondary bedroom, this is going to be your kids' secondary bathroom. This is going to be where they're going to, get ready, share the space. It's nice that you have the double vanity sink. You also have the door that separates the water closet from the vanities, so kids can brush their teeth, curl their hair, do all of the makeup things in here and not be bothered while someone is still taking a shower or using the restroom. Coming out of that, before we go into that next room, the thing I love about these hallways is they put a ton of windows. They give a lot of natural light into this house. So there's gonna be light coming from everywhere. It's gonna have that really nice big open feeling that just kind of adds to it. Now, coming back into the front corner of the home, this is gonna be the last of the secondary bedrooms. Again, this is a pretty decent sized room. Now, this room doesn't have a walk-in closet, but it does have your standard sliding closet. Still pretty big. You still have the high doors, kind of giving that more luxury feel. All right, now the part that you've all been waiting for, that ADU. And now this ADU is amazing, it's awesome. I absolutely love what they did in here. So coming in, it's gonna have its own little spot where it can go into the laundry room. You could close this off, you could close this door though, because this unit is self-contained. It does have its own spot for laundry in this unit. Now, the nice thing, and we haven't seen very many builders who have been able to build an ADU unit like this, where it's actually attached to the house, but fully self-contained, meaning it has everything you need to get done when it comes to the kitchen. You have a full range in here. So like I said, you could really close that door off. Whoever's living in here would never have to go into that rest of the house if you didn't want them to. Now, you've got your sink right here. You've got a full dishwasher. You've got a full-size range. You've got your microwave. I mean, heck, this is as big as some of the kitchens that we see in some of the houses that we show you. So it is a full self-contained unit. Now, away from the kitchen, you are gonna have this spot for your little living room area. So this is gonna be where you can put your couch. You've got a nice spot for a TV. Now this is gonna be the entrance in from the outside of the home. So this is gonna be around the back. There's gonna be a garage that's facing the other way, so that's kind of tucked away. You don't really see the entry from the front of the house when you're actually looking at it. It's kind of tucked away, which is really nice. Now, the other thing is they did build these units. They do have their own separate address. So if you wanted to rent this out, again, they're gonna have their own separate address, completely different house number, even though it's attached to the main house. They'll have their own mailbox too. So you could really rent this out and never even talk to your tenant. Now coming back here, another really cool part of this kitchen is you do have a really nice pantry right here with a door. Not a cabinet pantry, which is nice for this unit also. Now walking back this way, this is gonna be a linen closet. And then coming further back over this way, this is gonna be where this unit's washer and dryer is. So it is a spot for a stackable. It would have a door here, so it would be a little bit more clean looking. And then coming back this way, this is gonna be the unit's bathroom. So you'll have a walk-in shower, single vanity sink, your toilet, and then towards the very back corner is going to be the bedroom for this specific unit. So plenty of space in here. You still have the high ceilings. You've got a sliding closet on that side. You've got a nice window that looks out towards the side of the house, still allowing a lot of natural light in. All right, and then before I leave you, this is going to be the entrance in towards the backyard. So you are gonna have a door here. You are gonna have a double slider right here. Again, this is a really nice spot. You've got this big covered patio area. They've got a nice big table out here. Heck, you could hang a television right there. You could watch the games from out here. There's so many different things you could do to really enjoy this space. And then the nice thing is, like Lance said, they do have a lot of large lots. Everything out here sits on a half-acre or larger lot. So even though these are massive single-story homes that take up a big footprint of the lot, you still have plenty of space to be able to put in a pool in the backyard.
All right, now before we jump into some of the pricing and details about this community, go ahead and comment down below and let us know which of the floor plans that you liked best. Was it the plan 2 that I showed you? Was it the plan 3 that Lauren showed you? Or was it the plan 1 that we didn't show you, but you guys have the opportunity to check out a walkthrough tour after this video? All right, so out of the 3 floor plans, there's gonna be the plan 1. Now we didn't show you that one, but we're definitely gonna have that tour up. You can check out that one on our website. It's going to be fully encompassed. It's not gonna have as much edits, but it'll be a nice walkthrough. That plan 1 is gonna be 3734 square feet, a 4-bedroom, 3.5 bathroom, an office, a covered patio with a 3-car tandem garage. Now keep in mind, all of these homes on most of these lots will have the opportunity for an ADU or the RV garage, or sometimes both, depending on which lot that you get. But the base price for that home is going to be $1.379 for the base. And we are seeing some of these lots with, you know, $80,000 off or $50,000 credits. So keep in mind, there are going to be deals to be had at this community depending on what time that you guys reach out to us. So make sure that you guys reach out to us. Now the plan 2 is the plan that I showed you guys. That one's going to be 4276 square feet. It's going to be 4 to potentially 5 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms with a flex, with an office, with a covered patio, and the potential for a 3 to 4 car garage. The base price for that plan 2 is going to start off at $1.499. And finally, the plan 3 that Lauren showed you is going to be their biggest floor plan. That's going to be a 4,595 square foot home, 5 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms, a flex space, an office space, a covered patio, and a 4-car garage. And that one's base price is going to start off at $1.549 at the time of recording this video, guys.
Now, if you want to add the ADU, the pricing for that is going to be in the range of anywhere from $138,000 to $157,000, depending on which plan you pick. Now, if you want to add the RV car garage, that is going to be anywhere from $102,000 additional cost up to $119,000, again, depending on whether you go with the plan 1, 2, or 3. Now, one thing we want to touch on is if you do have an RV, this is probably going to be the best place for you to buy, especially if you get that RV garage. Now, the RV garage can be anywhere from a 45-foot car length garage, or it can be a 52-foot length garage if you have the massive bus, you know, the tour bus type style. If you have the big one, you can definitely get that to fit in out here because you can go with a 45-inch or a 52-inch. Now, the other super cool thing is that if you do an RV car garage, you also have the option to add your own dump station. So you don't have to dump before you leave that campground. You can bring it all home and do it once you get home. You can just pack up and just truck your way out of there. So that's super cool. We haven't seen that as an option at any of the builders that have done the RV car garages before. So love that they offer that here. Now, moving along, if you do purchase out here, the utilities are not going to be City of Roseville, but you'll be pleasantly surprised because it's not PG&E either. The main utility out here is going to be SMUD. You will have PG&E still for gas, but super awesome that you get SMUD out here because they are still much cheaper than the alternative with PG&E. Now, this is a gated community. It does have an HOA. Now, the HOA cost out here is going to be $262 a month, so not that bad. We've seen higher end communities like this where the HOAs are outrageous. They're $600 or $700 a month. So super nice that it's still under $300, which is awesome. And then the Melrose out here is going to be an additional $542 a month, which will be on top of the base price tax percentage of the homes out here, which tax rate out here is 1.06%.
Now keep in mind, as for incentives, they are always changing. So right now we're seeing things like flex cash, rate buy downs, design center credits. Some of these homes and some of these quick move-in lots are having as much as $80,000 off of the purchase price. So depending on the time of year and inventory levels. Now we don't typically see these types of luxury communities out here in Roseville. The Double S Ranch is shaping up to be one of the absolute best new communities in all of West Roseville, and Anthem Properties is behind it all. Now you're gonna be getting quality, thoughtful design, serious long-term value, and if you're thinking about making the move to Roseville, whether you're relocating, you're thinking this community or any of the other communities, or heck, you're just looking to upgrade to a new home, this is absolutely a spot that's worth checking out. So if you want to schedule a tour, get the latest inventory drops, or talk through whether West Roseville is the right fit for you and your family, we're always here for you. That phone number is going to be popping up. We are the ones that answer every phone call, email, and text message, and we absolutely love it when you guys reach out to us. So we actually have a lot of you guys that we run into at Costco or we run into at the mall, and you guys say that you guys have already moved here. So if you're that person, make sure that you reach out to us. We always love helping get you guys the best deals, negotiate you guys the best prices, and make sure that you guys have the best experience when making the move to the Greater Sacramento Metro.